February favorites. This month went by, okay, this is very cliche in the YouTube world, but seriously, this month went by 10 times faster than normal. We're already in week 8 for me in college, and our quarters consist of 10 weeks. And that means I have finals in 3 weeks, which kind of freaks me out a lot. But, well, I can't really do anything about that. So anyway, I'm going to start off with my beauty favorites, and then I will end with my non-beauty favorites, which I kind of have a lot of this month. So just to warn you, I might be rambling for a little bit. Anyway, so the first beauty favorite, I guess, is a beauty combination. It's my new brow routine. It's not, that new, but I've changed a few things. So the first thing, I actually used to use a very dark brown shadow. You're just supposed to use like 2 shades lighter than your actual hair color, but I never listened to that. I was just like, psh, no. I want my brows to be the same color as my hair. Well, I don't anymore. I've been using Copper Plate, which Dashner recommends all the time, and that's the reason I bought this shadow in the first place. Tried it on my brows, didn't really like it, so I didn't really use it all that much. Went back to it this past month or a little bit before that. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. It's perfect. It's a little bit more natural looking than like a stark dark brown. So yeah, I really like this. This is a matte squared as well, so the formula is really great. Okay, then I use this, which is the Maybelline Definer Brow, which used to be one of my favorite products, but I just didn't like it for a while. When I bought another one, it just didn't work for me, but now I use it just to kind of, if there's any like awkward like weirdness in like the curve of my brow, I'd use this just to kind of make sure that is very smooth. And then of course I've been using this forever. This is the e.l.f. Clear Lash Brow Gel / mascara. It's really good. Obviously I've used the brows out a lot. This is like my 3rd or 4th tube of this. I highly recommend this. Only $1, and it sets your brows extremely well. Okay, the next product is a blush, and this is the NYX Powder Blush in Peach, which it's not really that peach. It's more of a pinky color with a slight peach tinge. I was really worried that this was going to be super chalky. It even looks that way when I swatched it. I was like, oh, don't know how this is going to look. But when applied to my skin, it looks very natural, like just a slight, just like warmth to the skin. It definitely isn't like a bam, like, hey guys, I'm wearing some blush today, but it's very subtle, very natural. I really, really like this, and the formula is just very blendable and lovely. Lovely. It's a new one. Alright, so the next favorite, I'm weird today, are these 2 Sigma brushes. So you guys know in a couple haul videos ago, I think, I talked about my new Sigma brushes. I'd never purchased from them before. Kind of wanted to see what all the hype was about. So I really, really like this one. This is the Sigma Round Top Kabuki F82. Everyone raves about the Sigmax brushes, so I was like, alright, like, these must be really good, and they really are. But this is the one that I use to apply foundation as well as, like, buff on powder if I'm not wearing foundation. It's just really good. I don't even know, but it's very dense, which I think is the reason why it's just so good at applying it. And it's also very soft, which, is never a bad thing when you're rubbing something on your face, right? Yeah. Okay. The next one was actually a freebie, which is kind of funny. This is one of my favorites. This is the E25, which is the same as the MAC 217, I want to say. I never get that right, or actually I'm never sure if that's right. This is a great brush, and I didn't think I would like this kind of brush because it is more of like a longer paddle brush. It's not like even all the way around, which is what I usually go for in a blending brush. But the thing is, you can apply it like sideways and like put in like precise crease color. If you're like me who doesn't have a crease, then you can fake it a lot easier, or a lot more preciser. Preciser, is that a word? More precisely? There we go. And then when you turn it this way, then you can just blend it out like that, like really easily. This is such a great brush, like I didn't realize. So I recommend this one as well. E25. It's a good brush. Okay, so moving on, this is one of my favorite products ever. And I tried to refrain from talking about them because you couldn't get them anymore, but they are the MAC Tender Tones. And now that they are back with the MAC Cook collection, I don't think it's the shop one, the Cook MAC collection, I think. I'm just going to talk about them forever because I have been in love with these for years now, and I'm so excited that they're back, like so excited. I only bought one because I have 2 of the colors in the collection already, and the other one just kind of didn't interest me. I got Purring, which is the bright tangerine color. Don't worry, it doesn't show up like this on the lips. It's more of like a light warmness to lips. Definitely not like bam, like hey, orange lips. I'm saying bam a lot in this video. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's like Emerald. What happened to him? Anyway, these I've talked about before, but just try not to like hype them up too much because you couldn't get them anymore. But they are amazing. Go out and buy at least one. At least one. I have like 8. I got all of mine at the CCOs because that was the only place you could get them. But now that they're back in stores, just go. Run. Now. Alright. So my next beauty favorite is actually a palette that was in my 2011 favorites, but I haven't used it all that much recently until now. It's the Too Faced Natural Eye Kit. I just kind of was like, I feel like using this today, and now I use it all the time again. I just love it. There's a reason it was in my 2011 favorites. It's just a great palette. I actually use the matte colors more than the shimmery colors in this palette just because they're different from any other matte colors that I own. This is the perfect highlight color up here. Sorry, my nose is like itching. So this one is called Heaven. I don't know if they sell this like in a separate pan form, but this is a great highlight color, and it also like defines my brows really nicely because I just kind of blend it up right underneath. Perfect. And then the next matte color, that light tannish color there, that's great for a transition crease color. So again, and then this one of course is an amazing color. It's probably one of my favorite lid colors. But yeah, this palette is really good. I highly recommend it. I love it. That's it. Okay. So my next favorite is actually kind of a surprising one to me, and they are the Escada perfumes that I have. They are these 3 right here. This was the 2011 summer perfume, I believe. I could be making that up. This is the Taj Sunset one. Then they just re-promoted a few of their older scents, which I was like ecstatic about because I'd always wanted to try them, but they were gone and I was sad. So anyway, this is Rockin' Rio and Sexy Graffiti. So I love these. Love them. I want to buy every limited edition Escada perfume ever now because these are just fruity, tropical, amazing, sweet, fun. They're like me scents, like totally. I love fruity scents, like more like citrusy fruity scents. So these are like legitimately like right up my alley. So yeah, I love them. And I only got the like little spray bottle-y ones just because I didn't think I would need like a full-size one because it's probably true. I actually like that their smaller ones are spray bottle because it is just like a nice thing to have. I don't know where I was going with that, but okay. Okay, so moving on to non-beauty favorites, I do have a few. One of them is a YouTube channel, not beauty related. It is Ellen DeGeneres' YouTube channel. It's all, well, mostly segments from her TV show, and I don't watch her show on TV because, I don't know, timing just doesn't work for me, and I don't really tune in at that specific time or anything. It's a lot easier for me to like watch it on YouTube. And so she gets celebrities to do the craziest things. She gets away with it. Like they do whatever she wants them to do. Like it's hilarious. You guys just have to go see it. Like go look at her like most viewed videos. It's just, oh my god, hilarious. The next one, or the next ones I guess, would be my favorite songs of the month, and they are all by One Direction, which I recently discovered this month. They are a UK boy band from the show X Factor, Simon Cowell's show. I had heard of them before, but I just never really tried to even look into it because they are a boy band. A lot of them are younger than me, which is kind of awkward in my opinion. But I really like them. Like I really genuinely like them. So I bought their single, which I think is called What Makes You Beautiful. Listened to it like 20 times already. It's a little embarrassing, but yeah. And then their video, One Thing, the acoustic version, you can generally hear how good they are, like, as vocalists. Like, they're not synthesized at all in this video. It's just, it's nice to hear a group who can actually sing. You know? Why aren't more musicians like that? Seriously. So I will link that video because I really think you should listen to that one in case you were curious about One Direction. So, yeah. And my last non-beauty favorites are my favorite books. As I mentioned, I have been reading a ton. I don't think I mentioned this before. I have been reading a ton this month. Like, a ton. Since I got my Kindle Fire, like, I have been reading, like, every night, which is really good for me because I kind of stopped reading last year because I was too busy with school and stuff. But I have a couple of them on here. The first one I don't have. I already returned it to the library. Did you know you can check out books online on your e-reader, and then they just go back to the library. It's crazy. So the first one is Sisterhood Everlasting, which I have already returned, as I mentioned, and it's the fifth book in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. I didn't even know there was another one, and it's 10 years later, so they're all old. They're like 29 or something, but it's just like, it's really emotional. Like, if you read the first few or whatever, you'll understand. It's a pretty intense book, but it's a nice book. It's like, aw, like some things just come together so nicely. Anyway, the next one is The Maze Runner. I do have that one right now. If you guys can see the picture of the cover there, I don't know if it's going to reflect or whatever. Hopefully it doesn't. But The Maze Runner by James Dashner, this is another series. As you guys know, I love The Hunger Games to no end. The Hunger Games is amazing, and so people recommended that one to me. It was good. I will admit, it was a good book. It was a good concept. I liked how it was executed. I think it's a really interesting book. I liked it. Not as good as The Hunger Games, though. But I'm definitely going to read the next couple books. I also read Matched, which is another like dystopian series, very similar to The Hunger Games. It's kind of like The Hunger Games plus The Giver, you know, and then there's like 1984, which, is it 1984, the book with Big Brother? Yeah, it's very similar to that. So Matched was a good one too. I think that author is Ally Condie, I don't know. But I will type out the titles and authors of all three of those books as well. But I've just been reading a ton. If you guys have any book recommendations, whether they are Hunger Games similar or girly or whatever, any books that you guys have been liking, I will check them out. So yeah, I guess that's it. I do have a fashion video coming up, and I do have a room tour coming up, and one more that I forgot. There's another video I forgot. Forget things a lot lately. I'll talk to you guys later because I don't know what else to say. Bye! Do I look like a bunny? People tell me I look like a mouse. Do I look like a mouse? I guess it's okay.